Welcome to Ghoulish Gab, always spooky, always under 7 minutes. Today we are talking about C movies. By definition, generally those are movies that are made for television. A lot of times cable TV, but could be regular TV, any sort of TV, which that used to be a common thing before streaming. So the
Yep.
golden age of made for TV is kind of over.
They still occasionally pop up, but not nearly to the extreme. I mean, Hallmark and Lifetime are still rocking it hardcore, but for the most part, it's gone with gone with throughout.
You want to
Uh,
start with one of your favorites?
yeah. So this one might be a bit of a cop out because everybody knows I love Stephen King,
Mm-hmm.
and but I honestly love it. The 2002 version of Carrie.
Okay.
It was the second film adaptation of Stephen King's book, released on NBC, starred Angela Bettis, aka May,
Mm,
which May was released the same year this came out.
mm,
Um, and I love the story of Carrie, but one thing I liked is they changed the ending. And I mean, I guess I could spoil it. It's 22 years old, but like
yeah.
basically they changed the ending. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It is good acting. And they changed it because they were gonna do a TV show potentially off of it, but the TV show never got picked up. But I that's one of my favorite. I remember watching it on NBC and being really excited and not disappointed in what happened at all.
I don't believe I've ever seen that one. I'll have to check that out. The first one I have is from 1973. It's called Gargoyles. And I actually did not see this ever until recently. It's streaming on a lot of places, but it is if you're in the 70s horror, definitely check it out. It still holds up pretty well today because they didn't try to do corny ass things with the gargoyles. There's a lot of stuff that you maybe would have expected that they would have done that they took the right path with a lot of it. It's still kind of creepy. It holds up well. The gargoyles look pretty decent still, and the story is not bad at all. If you like gargoyles,
I do. I mean, I liked the
yeah,
TV show Gargoyles when I was a child.
yeah. There's not a lot of things about gargoyles, so gargoyles, gargoyles, gargoyles,
Bring back Gargoyles.
more
Um,
gargoyles.
I've never seen that. I would watch it.
Mhm.
2000, the year 2000 had USA Network had a movie called Cabin by the Lake. Did you ever watch it?
I don't think
It's
so.
it stars Judd Nelson of Brat Pack fame, like Bender from Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
It's this really creepily done, like the scenario of it is creepy. The movie isn't amazing, but I enjoyed it. Basically, the screenwriter kidnaps and kills women as research for this movie he's writing. And in
Okay.
the movie, he's writing this man lives in a cabin on a lake and he kidnaps and kills women. And so that's what exactly what he's doing what he's writing about. He kidnaps these women, tortures them for a little while, then dumps them in the lake attached to cinder blocks in like costumes and has basically like a corpse garden in this lake that his cabin
Yeah.
is on, and he scuba dives in it to like clear up the seaweed around the bodies and fix their outfits, and like the bodies are all in different states of decomposition. So now like sometimes when I'm in a lake, my mind just goes like, what's down there? Yeah, it's a movie that stuck with me, definitely.
The visuals seem really cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've definitely never seen it. There's a couple others from the 70s. Maybe I'll give an honorable mention to when we after this. But the Lizzie Borden Took an Axe from 2014. It had Christina Ricci in it as Lizzie Borden, and
Oh,
I mean I feel that story really has been told a lot, especially in television style movies. But I thought this one was really well done and enjoyable. Nothing super crazy. I know that Christina Ricci herself, with doing research, she feels that Lizzie Borden is innocent. So
that's
it's
a
kind of
very
cool
like that's
to.
a heavy debated thing in the true crime community
Mhm.
for sure.
So, but yeah, that's if you're into that. and you haven't seen, you're not overdosed on that sort of thing, Lizzie Borden Took an Axe is definitely worth checking out.
I'm gonna go ahead and do one big lump sum here. Any and all Disney Channel original movies from the 90s and 2000s, like my childhood. We got Motocrossed, we got Brink, Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century gave us the banger, Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Don't Look Under the Bed, Under Wraps, Halloween Town. Like Disney did a really, really, really good job and created some things that I've rewatched all of these and I still enjoy them. I maybe don't like connect with them the way I did when I was a child. And they also weren't like just your basic bitch made for TV movies. They had some stars in there. Smart House had Katie Seagal.
Smart House. I've heard of that one.
Yep. Halloween Town had Debbie Reynolds. Luck of the Irish had Henry Gibson and Timothy Amundsen. Like, they're really, if you have a Disney Plus subscription, go back and find some of those Disney Channel original movies and watch them. You won't be disappointed. Your memory is as good as you think it is.
I've never seen any of those. Real quickly, a couple from the 70s that are considered classics for good reason. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. That one gets talked about a lot. The remake was decent too, but the original one is great. And Night Strangler, Night Stalker. Was the movie called Night Strangler? You know what? Whatever.
It is Night Stalker.
Night Stalker was the show, but I think the first movie was Night. You know what? My memory can't handle it, and we're out of time. Tell us about some of your favorite made-for-TV movies.
Movies, miniseries don't count. Movies.
That's right, movies. Don't go saying It and Salem's Lot because they don't count. Bye.